What's going on, GGB Nation? We're getting closer to the release of Madden 16, and I want to give you guys 5 things you need to know about Madden NFL 16. Now, as always, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Now, this year, a lot of fans want to know, is online team play in the game? And unfortunately, online team play is not coming back to Madden 16. It's been a popular mode in NHL 16 and FIFA, and it looks like even NBA Live is bringing it back this year, but hold the brakes on Madden. It's not coming back yet, but that's honestly a good thing. The team has really been focusing on delivering a good gameplay experience, fixing a lot of the legacy issues. They've added a good mode in Draft Champions, which kind of goes hand in hand with Madden Ultimate Team. They've even added wide receiver DB interactions, which is something that the community has wanted for a long time. And now I do have hope with that being a much more complex part of the gameplay, that we're getting a bigger skill gap, and ultimately a bigger skill gap leads to a better gameplay experience that could translate well into OTP. Now next up, let's talk about the passing game. The passing game is completely revamped this year. The passing game in Madden has needed some TLC for a long time. New controls have been added for 16. I'm going to cover a few of them for you. Now when you're dropping back as a QP, you can actually tap RT or R2 and you'll perform a back shoulder rollout. It's actually going to allow quarterbacks to evade pressure, especially the immediate pressure, a lot easier, and it should work great on book and rollout plays. Now, you're still able to hold RT, R2 to scramble, and you can actually tap LT to break out of any drop back instantly this year. In addition, you can now perform body relative throws to your receiver. You can finally execute those high jump ball or fades you try to run year after year and they haven't really worked for you, especially on streak routes. You can even hit low throws on comeback routes and target more individual body areas based on where the receiver's route and the DB actually are. In addition, you can actually double tap a receiver icon this year for a touch pass, and that's going to allow you to drop the ball behind the defender or in front of the safeties with more precision. As a receiver, you can actually hit X or square for a run after the catch to keep moving up the field, but the trade-off of that is that you have a high drop or knockout chance, and these are actually more susceptible to interceptions and traffic. If you want to perform an aggressive catch, you hit Y or triangle to go up and get the ball at its highest point. You have a lower chance to catch these and a really high knockout chance. And then lastly, you can do a possession catch with A or X. It'll be the safest form of catches for you, to be honest, but despite giving you a good chance to keep your feet in bounds and catch the ball, you're actually going to lose a good chance at the run after catch yards. It'll be a great option for you on third down plays or times where you just really need to get that ball on the sideline to secure it to make a big play. Next up, the draft board. Now, a big shout out to Shotmaster. He's another YouTuber. He also runs mymaddenpad.com. So if you guys want to check him out, there's a link with more information on this down below in the description. Don't forget to check that out. Now, Shotmaster recently confirmed with the devs at E3 that there's a draft board of sorts in Madden 16. Finally, the community has been wanting one of these for a long time. You're finally able to scout players in Madden CFM and then put the favorites on your board. Now, gone are the days of needing a spreadsheet or something complex to keep track of favorite players, as it's finally done within the game. Now, you still can't actually set up the draft board and walk away and have the CPU do it for you, but it's still a good move in the right direction for you. Scouting points are actually going to unlock a player's top 3 attributes. The third attribute is actually going to, or the third time will actually unlock their true draft value. This true draft value is going to help you find a diamond in the rough or a player that's being overvalued. It creates a really cool environment in CFMs where you have to balance drafting a sleeper where they're projected, or you hope that no one else knows how good they are, or drafting them early and missing out on another prospect. You'll also be able to access the NFL Combine stats for the first time in the series, or the first time in a long time. During the Combine week, you'll see a Combine grade for the 40-yard dash, the vertical jump, broad jump, 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, and the bench press. You'll be able to see these without spending any points on scouting. You'll also be able to see how they stack up against players in their position too, which is a great comparison tool for you when you're scouting. Next up, we have penalties. Penalties actually matter this year. Penalties in Madden have long been a really frustrating thing. They always seem to happen at the worst possible times, and it doesn't really matter what your players' ratings are, they'll still happen in crazy situations. Now, Madden 16 is assigning every single player a penalty trait based on real-world NFL data. This ultimately is going to determine how likely they are to commit a penalty. Non-disciplined players have a much higher chance of committing a penalty than a disciplined player, which is great news. In addition, the strategy you implement in the game has an impact too, so if you're tired of guys that are constantly pressing their DBs and there's no real issue with that, pressing your DBs this year is actually going to mean you're more likely to commit a defensive holding penalty. Goal line and max protect calls are actually going to make offensive holding more likely too, and if you mistime your off the line mechanic, which is the RT or R2 button, that'll easily draw a neutral zone infraction or an encroachment penalty. So good moves all around from the Madden team. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Draft Champions and how that's going to be your new addiction for Madden 16. Now, for the past few years, Madden's most popular mode has been Ultimate Team, and Ultimate Team is probably going to get a lot of love and has a lot of changes this year. Draft Champions kind of works hand in hand with that, and it's still going to make a lot of noise on its own. Draft Champions kind of mixes fantasy football with Madden. The mode begins by having you pick from one of 3 randomly presented coaches. Your coach selection determines your offensive and defensive playbooks, and you'll have 2 different styles usually defined by that coach. Now, once you selected your coach, a randomly generated base team is presented with lowly rated players. So from here, you have 15 rounds to select, these different players presented 3 at a time, and they're each going to be at different positions for the most part. And now, if you have a QB that's presented, there's no guarantee that QB is going to pop up again, or even that position pops up again for you. So if you pass up on that QB early or that position player early, you may be luck with one of the randomly generated rookies or players that get set up there. And once you complete all 15 rounds, which really doesn't take all that long, you can play solo or head-to-head. If you win a few head-to-head games in a row, you'll become a draft champion, and you can celebrate. It's a great idea, in my opinion, to mix up things for Madden players and provide a quick experience that changes every single time you play. Now for me, those are the 5 things I feel like you need to know for Madden 16 when it drops this August. What are you looking forward to most in the game? Let me know by leaving a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Madden NFL 16 videos.